Hello, this is a little modelling session all about how we reflect a shape around an axis. Okay, before we start, we need to make sure we know we are doing the correct method. So we need to know if we are doing reflecting or translating. You may ask, what is the definition of those two words? So reflecting is when the shape is reflected, so the opposite image appears on the other side of the axis. Imagine holding a mirror on the axis and reflecting the shape. That is what reflecting is, and that is what we're going to look at in this little session. Translating, however, or also reflecting, if you think about symmetry, if you think of the wings of a butterfly, that is a reflection down the middle of the body of the butterfly. Translating, however, the shape, it remains the same and it faces the same direction. So you are drawing the same shape as you originally started with, but you are translating it around the axis. You may use directions or coordinates to move the shape around the grid, but today we're looking at reflecting, but it's really important to recognize the difference between these two words. Okay, so here we have, I'll give you a quick demonstration, quick modeling session. So let me just get my pen on. So we have got a square over here. And what we need to do is we need to reflect it. So imagine that the axis down the middle is a mirror line. Okay, I'm going to try and do this as straight as possible. Whoops. So we're going to start there, and can we see that it goes along 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the square is 5 centimeters long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then down again it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So over here. And then we just need to join it up at the bottom. And that shape has been reflected. Now, when we look at the x-axis over here, we need to reflect it down this way, which is a bit more trickier. Can we see that there's a gap between? So we're not going to start drawing our square here. We need to leave one space. Okay, so we know it's 5 across, so we're going to go down 1 there. And it's 5 across. Ooh. Bit wonky, sorry about that. And then 5 down, and then 5 across. And obviously you will need to do this middle bit. There we go, that'll do. Okay, so the same thing would happen for this one over here, but we're going to look at the triangle just so keep the pace going. So we're going to look at this triangle. So what would we reflect it up here first? So we can see that if you pick a corner, so we're going to choose this corner here, and it's going to be 1, 2 away from the middle. So we're going to go 1, 2, which means that will be reflected starting there. Okay, looking at this corner, it's going to be 1, 2 away, 1, 2. Okay, that gives us our bottom of the triangle. So we can get my ruler and join those up. Okay, now we've got one more point of this triangle, which is down here. So we already know it's going to be in line with this dot here, but it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's up at the top over here. Okay, all we need to do now is to join those up to complete our shape. I'm going to try and do some freehand. There we go. We have reflected that shape. You would repeat the process. So if we wanted to repeat the process into this one, we would now look at this triangle and follow the same steps. So this point is 1, 2 away, 1, 2. This point over here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away from the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this point up here, as we know as before, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away from the bottom one. So you can either do it to the other dots that correspond with it, or you can do it to the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to up at the top. And then it's just a case of joining all those dots up. Whoops, it's really hard using this graphics pad. 1, 2. I hope your line's going to be straight doing that. So there we go. And the same process would happen for this one down here, but we're going to look at a bit of a trickier problem. Okay, just for those children that are getting onto the more 2 and 3 star questions. So here we have to plot a lot more points. So can we see how we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 6 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we can mark all those points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that sometimes helps thinking about where you need to reflect your shape to. So we're going to start looking at this point over here. So we know it is 1, 2 points away from the center line, from the center axis. 1, 2. And the next point is 1, 2 away from the original dot. So 1, 2. Okay, now let's put this one down here. So that away from the axis is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and we know that this has there's 2 centimeters between each one. So we can go 1, 2, and we know that point is there. The bottom point is the same, is similar to the top point really. So it's 1, 2 away from the middle. So we could almost look up here and mirror, well, not mirror, but copy what's down there. And then it's a case of joining up the lines. So I'm going to try and do this freehand. Ooh, that's not very good. Try a rule on my graphics pad. Cool. Okay, and as you see, it's reflected the shape. And you'll do the same thing again, the same process to get these ones up here. So have a little go at those. Remember, you can write on the slides on Shobi or draw on the slides if you zoom in and give it a little go. Good luck, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.